It's been a few years, but the Sunshine State is back in the spotlight. Mark Rogers TV here to preview number 4, Florida 10-1, taking on Florida State 10-1 and also 10th ranked in the BCS standings. The winner of this game maintains slim hopes of getting to the BCS National Championship game. The path much wider for Florida. They need to win this game, of course, get a Notre Dame loss, and then hope they hold off Oregon in the BCS rankings. But they need to focus on this game, so we will as well. The main ingredient for a Florida win, we believe, is quarterback Jeff Driskel, his health and his production. He hurt his ankle against Louisiana Lafayette, did not play last week against Jacksonville State, and Driskel just provides another element, another dimension for the Florida offense. 634 yards rushing if you take away the sacks, and he scored 6 touchdowns on the ground. He simply extends plays and turns third downs into first downs and prolongs drives with his legs. He's just a better quarterback than Jacoby Brissett. He brings another dimension to the table for a struggling Florida offense, and he protects the football. He doesn't make big plays in the passing game. They don't ask a lot of Driskel. They may in this game, but have not this season, but he protects the football. Jacoby Brissett's a better quarterback this year than he was last year, but he's played against the lesser competition this year. And if you go back to his performances in 2011 against the elite teams, he struggled in a huge way. Okay, for Florida, 2 huge issues on offense, especially in the passing game. Number 1, way too many sacks. 29 and 222 pass attempts. That's 13% sack rate. That's one of the highest in the country. Also, where's the speed? Where's the big playability on offense in the passing game? We don't see it. We've got Quentin Dunbar and we've got Frankie Hammond. They're nice wide receivers, but they average between 10.5 and 14 yards per catch. Part of it's the quarterback play, the play calling, but also Florida lacks the big play guy on offense. They do have Jordan Reed, their best receiver. He's a tight end. He has caught 40 passes this season. It's all about the running game with the Gators out of that quarterback position with Driskel, but also Mike Gillislee. But even Gillislee has suffered from the lack of a passing game and the passing threat. Defenses load up the box, and Gillislee is averaging just 4.6 yards per carry. That's not a good figure for college. He's got 8 touchdowns. He's a really tough runner between the tackles. He's a workhorse. He's got a burst. But again, the defenses load up against Gillislee, and his numbers have suffered in recent weeks. Okay, the Florida State offense would appear to be the deciding factor in this game. Unlike Florida, the Noles are explosive, averaging 44 points per game and about 550 yards per game. But of course, the competition less than what Florida's seen. It starts with senior quarterback E.J. Manuel, 21 touchdowns, 6 picks. I really like Manuel. I think he's one of the top 5 to 10 quarterbacks in college football. At running backs, Florida State has lost Chris Thompson. He was explosive, so they're now splitting carries between James Wilder and Devonta Freeman. They've got 86 and 76 carries respectively, so they will split the carries, we would guess, against Florida. At wide receiver, Manuel spreads it out. He doesn't have anyone elite, but he's got Rashad Green and Travis Benjamin, the freshman. They have 28 and 38 receptions respectively. Nobody has more than that on the Florida State offense, but of course, this offense has not suffered in averaging 44 points per game. If you look at the 2 defenses, we're not going to run through the personnel. We have in recent weeks both top 5 defenses. They're both great defenses. Fast, athletic, tough, make the plays. Okay, the special teams as well. Both 2 of the best in college football. If you look at the punt return numbers, also punt coverage, kickoff returns, and coverage, top teams on both sides in the special teams. And also the place kickers are really good. Combined 42 of 50. So you add all that up, and it appears as though the Florida State offense would be the deciding factor. But we love the gauntlet of games Florida has survived. Yes, the Gators have not played well in recent weeks, but Florida's beaten South Carolina, LSU, Texas A&M, and had the one loss to Georgia, actually outplayed the Bulldogs, just had too many turnovers, I believe 5 in that game, in losing to the Bulldogs 17-9. So despite the Florida State offense being a huge factor on paper, we like the Gators to eke out a victory in Tallahassee. They're a tough team under Will Muschamp this season. Gators win it over the Noles 23-22. Now we need to hear from you on Florida State, Florida on Mark Rogers TV.